Have you ever asked yourself, where is the heart of the Philippines? Have you ever wondered how the mountains, oceans, and even the weather in the Visayas are all connected? Today, we're going to discuss all of this. So are you ready? Then, let's go! Good day, BSL Social Studies 2-1, and today we're going to tackle about Visayas and the Western Visayas. The Visayas, also called the Visayan Islands or Visayan Group of Islands, is one of the three main islands that make up the Philippine archipelago, along with Luzon and Mindanao. It is located in the central part of the Philippines and is made up of many islands, the largest of which are Negros, Samar, Panay, Leyte, Cebu, and Bohol. As of the 2020 census, the Visayas had a total population of 20,583,861 people, which accounts for 18.88% of the entire population of the Philippines. This shows that the Visayas is densely populated part of the country. So now let's proceed to the location of the Visayas. The Visayas Island Group is divided into four main regions, namely the Region 6, which is the Western Visayas, the Region 7, which is the Central Visayas, the Region 8, Eastern Visayas, and lastly the Negros Island region, commonly known as the NIR. So each of these regions has its own provinces and cities, the cultural characteristics, but together they form the Visayas. The Visayas is surrounded by many seas and straits, which make it rich in marine life and important for fishing, transportation, and trade. It is located clockwise from the north. The Visayas is bordered by Tablas Strait, Sibuyan Sea, Bohol Sea, Philippine Sea, Leyte Gulf, Tecao Pass, and etc. As you can see on the screen, so this is the map of the Visayas with its regions. The regions of the Visayas encompass a total of 16 provinces with an aggregate of 39 cities and 369 municipalities. The total number of barangays in the island group is 11,444. Before Negros Occidentals and Bacolod cities transferred to Negros Island region in June 11, 2024, Western Visayas had 6 provinces, 117 municipalities, and 16 cities, 2 of which are highly urbanized cities administered independently from any province. The total number of barangays in the region was 4,051. So before we'll proceed to our proper discussion, let us have first the learning objectives. So at the end of the lessons, learners should be able to first read and understand the discussion about the Visayas and Western Visayas, including their geography, climate, and natural features. Second, identify the 4 Earth systems. We have atmosphere, hydrosphere, lithosphere, and biosphere, and the rules in shaping the region's environment. Third one is reflect on how the Earth's natural systems affect the lives, livelihood, and development of the people in Western Visayas. And then lastly, answer the activities and assessments questions provided at the end of this module to show understanding of the topic, so we can achieve this through your active participation. So let's start our activity. So I'll read the question and you'll provide an answer. So let's start the question number 1. What are the regions in Visayas? Yes, miss. Yes, your answer is correct. Thank you so much. Question number 2. What are the provinces in Western Visayas? Yes, the girl wearing a blue shirt. Yes, thank you so much, miss. Your answer is also correct. Question number 3. What is the climate of Western Visayas? Yes, the boy wearing a hat. Oh, thank you so much. Your answer was a very good. Question number 4. It is the heart of the Philippines because it's located right at the center of the country. Tumpak, yan ang ating topic ngayon. So, it's Visayas. Question number 5. Which province in Western Visayas celebrates the famous Ate-Atehan Festival? Alright, thank you so much. Your answer was all correct. And thank you so much for your active participation. So now let's move on to one of the regions in the Visayas, which is the Western Visayas. So Western Visayas, also known as Region 6, is region in the Philippines located in the western part of the Visayas. So it is made up of six provinces. We have Aklan, Antique, Capiz, Guimaras, and Iloilo. And it has two major cities, which is the Iloilo City, it is the regional center, and the Bacolod City. So the region has a total land area of about 20,794 square kilometers. Western Visayas is known for its diverse landscapes, which include coastal areas, plains, and mountains, making it an interesting and beautiful part of the country. As of the 2020 census, Western Visayas had a population of 7,953,723, and 723, representing 38.65% of the overall population of Visayas Island Group. The local government units of Western Visayas comprises six provinces, two highly urbanized cities, 14 component cities, 117 municipalities, and a total of 4,051 barangays. The economic growth of Western Visayas posted an impressive growth rate of 9.3% in 2022, making it the fastest growing region in the country. The climate of Western Visayas is mostly humid and warm. With two main types, we have the type 1 and type 3. This means the region has a wet season and dry season. The wet season happens from June to November when there are many rainy days each month. So the dry season occurs from December to May with less rainfall. The hottest months are March and April, while the coolest months are December, January, and February. This kind of climate is good for farming but sometimes causes heavy rains and heavy floods during the wet season. The general climate of Western Visayas is tropical wet and dry, meaning it has both rainy and dry seasons. So the temperature usually ranges from 24 degrees Celsius to 33 degrees Celsius with an average of 26 degrees Celsius to 28 degrees Celsius all year round. So the region receives around 1,500 to 2,500 millimeters of rainfall yearly, and the air stays humid to 80 to 85% most of the time. So the amihan or the northeast monsoon blows from November to February, bringing cooler and drier air, while the habagat and the southwest monsoon comes from June to September, bringing heavy rains. So the typhoons often occur from June and November, but sometimes they can happen outside these months. So this slide explains the climate condition of the Western Visayas, which is generally tropical, wet, and dry. So this means the region experiences both rainy and dry seasons throughout the year. Because of these weather patterns, typhoons commonly occur from June to November as what we're experiencing right now. Although some may happen at other times of the year, overall this climate supports agriculture but also requires a preparation for rainy and typhoon seasons. And now let's proceed to the hydrosphere of the Western Visayas. So the Western Visayas region has a rich water resources from both surface water, which are rivers, lakes, and reservoirs, and groundwater with a total potential of about 15,343 cubic meters per year. It is according to NADA. Major rivers such as the Jalore River in Iloilo, Panay River in Capiz, and Sibalom River in Antique supply water for irrigation, household use, and hydroelectric power. Groundwater from wells also supports many communities, although over-extraction and saltwater intrusion are becoming problems in some coastal areas. To conserve water, the government implements projects like the Jalawa River Multipurpose Project and promotes rainwater harvesting, watershed rehabilitation, and integrated water resource management to ensure sustainable supply for future generations. And now let's proceed the water formation of Western Visayas. So the Western Visayas region is surrounded by important marine water bodies that play a vital role in geography, livelihood, and biodiversity. So these bodies of water connect to the islands and support marine transportation, fishing, and tourism. So first we have the Visayan Sea. So it is located at the central part of the Philippine archipelago. The Visayan Sea is surrounded by several Visayan islands. So it serves as a rich fishing ground and contributes greatly to the livelihood of the communities in the region. Second, we have the Sulu Sea. It is found in the southwestern part of the Philippines. The Sulu Sea forms part of the Western Pacific Ocean. It is known for its clear waters and abundant marine life, making it an important area for biodiversity and marine activities. Next, we have the Panay Gulf. So this gulf lies between the islands of Panay and Negros within the western Visayas region. It serves as a major passage for ships and boats, and it also supports the fishing and port industries in nearby coastal provinces. Lastly, we have the Sibuyan Sea. So it is situated northeast of Panay Island between Panay, Mindoro, Masbate, and Romblon. So the Sibuyan Sea is known for its deep waters and rich in biodiversity. It is part of the Philippine archipelagic waters and plays a key role in maintaining marine ecosystems. These marine water bodies are not only natural boundaries but also vital sources of livelihood and ecological diversity for the people of Western Visayas. They connect the islands, support trade, and sustain the rich marine environment of the region. Western Visayas is rich in freshwater resources such as rivers and lakes, which are essential for agriculture, tourism, and biodiversity. These bodies of water help sustain the lives of people and support the region's economy. So one of these rivers is the Jalawar River. The Jalawar River is the second longest river on Panay Island. It is an important source of irrigation and water supply for agriculture. Next, we have the Aklan River. This river provides irrigation to nearby farmlands and is also known for supporting tourism activities such as river rafting. It plays a role in both livelihood and recreation in Aklan. Lastly, we also have the Panay River. The Panay River serves as the main water source for agriculture and aquaculture in Capiz. It supports rice production and fish pond operations, which are key economic activities in the province. Moving on, let's talk about the lakes. First, we have the Danao Lake, also known as Lake Danao. This natural freshwater lake is located in the highlands of San Remigio, Antique. It provides a scenic environment and serves as a water source for nearby communities. We also have the Balabag Lake. Balabag Lake is a small lake found within the Balabag Wetland Park in Boracay. It contributes to the island's ecological balance and supports the wetland's rich biodiversity. The rivers and lakes of Western Visayas are vital natural resources that provide water for agriculture, tourism, and daily living. They also enhance the region's natural beauty and contribute to environment sustainability. The Western Visayas region is home to several natural wonders that highlight its rich hydrosphere, particularly its waterfalls, springs, and groundwater resources. One of the most well-known waterfalls is the Tigmalmos Falls located in Barangay Tono, Tibiao, Antique. This stunning waterfall is not only a beautiful natural attraction but also a symbol of the province's commitment to ecotourism. Another example is the Katibawasan Falls in Iloilo, along with other waterfalls across Panay Island, which help promote tourism and even have the potential for hydroelectric power generation, making them both scenic and sustainable resources. In addition to waterfalls, The region also has cold and hot springs, particularly found in the provinces of Antique and Aklan. These springs provide clean and refreshing groundwater that supports communities and local tourism. For instance, the Tibiao Hot Springs in Antique is a popular spot for wellness and relaxation, attracting both local and foreign visitors. Overall, these natural water features not only beautify the landscape of Western Visayas, but also contribute to its economic growth, environmental balance, and tourism development. And now let's down to marine and coastal system. The marine and coastal system of Western Visayas is an essential part of the region's natural environment. Along the coasts of Guimaras, Anteque, and Negros Occidental, there are diverse ecosystems such as mangroves, coral reefs, and seagrass beds. These coastal areas provide important ecological, economic, and protective functions. Mangroves serve as natural barriers that protect coastal communities from storm surges, strong waves, and coastal erosion. Coral reefs, on the other hand, support a wide variety of marine species and attract tourists, which helps boost local economies through ecotourism. Meanwhile, seagrass beds provide breeding and nursery grounds for fish, crustaceans, and other marine life, which are vital for maintaining healthy fisheries. These marine and coastal ecosystems not only protect and sustain local communities, but also contribute to the region's biodiversity and environmental sustainability. Conserving them is crucial to ensure the balance of marine life and continued well-being of people living in coastal areas. Here are some of the major uses and importance of water resources in Western Visayas. First, we have the agriculture. Rivers like the Jalawur and Tamay help in irrigating farmlands, especially for crops like rice and sugarcane. This river supplies the water needed for farming, which helps ensure food production and supports the livelihood of many farmers. Second, we have the aquaculture. The seas around the regions such as the Visayan, Sulu, and Sibuyan seas are rich in marine life. They provide fish, seafood for both local consumption and export, supporting thousands of fishermen and their families. Third, we have the transportation and trade. Coastal waters serve as natural routes for transportation. They connect the islands of Panay, Camarás, Negros, and nearby areas, making it easier to move goods and people and helping promote trade and economic growth. The fourth one is tourism. Western Visayas is known for its beautiful beaches, waterfalls, lakes, and marine reserves. These natural attractions draw both local and foreign tourists, bringing income and good job opportunities to many communities. The fifth one is the energy production. Water resources are also used for energy. The hydroelectric and geothermal projects in the region help generate electricity, supporting homes, industries, and businesses, while promoting sustainable energy development. The sixth one is domestic and industrial use. Rivers and springs provide clean water for everyday needs such as drinking, cooking, cleaning, and washing. They also supply industries with the water they need for production and operation. And lastly, we have the environmental protection. Wetlands and mangroves serve as natural barriers that protect coastal areas from floods and erosion. They also provide shelter for fish, birds, and other wildlife, helping maintain the balance of nature and keeping the environment healthy.
The lithosphere in western Visayas. The lithosphere is the rigid outer layer of the Earth that includes the crust and the upper mantle. It provides the foundation for landforms, supports terrestrial ecosystems, and contains valuable resources such as minerals, soil, and groundwater. The geological composition of western Visayas. The central Panay mountain range, Mount Majaas, and Mount Baloy were formed primarily by intense tectonic plate collisions that caused the Earth's crust to uplift, fold, and fold over millions of years. This created the rugged, mountainous backbone of the islands. And the fertile plains of Iloilo and Negros Occidental were created by the erosion of these mountains and subsequent sedimentation. The mountains and plains are complementary features resulting from the same geological forces. Tectonic and volcanic features. Western Visayas is highly geologically active because it sits in a major tectonic plate boundary. The Negros Trench marks where plates collide and grind past each other, causing frequent earthquakes along local fault systems. This deep-seated activity creates the magma that feeds the active Mount Canlaon volcano and heats the groundwater, which is harnessed for energy in geothermal fields. The natural resources. The diverse natural resources of Western Visayas are directly tied to its varied geological foundation and fertile environment. The same tectonic activity that formed its mountains created deposits of economically valuable minerals like copper, limestone, and coal. The fertile alluvial plains and rich volcanic soils support a robust agricultural sector producing staples like rice and sugarcane. Then, the extensive coastline and river systems provide essential construction materials like sand and gravel, underpinning local industries. The environmental issues. Western Visayas faces significant environmental challenges driven primarily by human activities that disrupt the region's natural balance. Deforestation, unregulated mining, and quarrying strip the land of vegetation and stability, accelerating soil erosion and land degradation. At the same time, urban expansion and poor land management reduce natural water absorption areas, worsening the risk of destructive landslide and flooding, particularly given the region's vulnerability to extreme weather events. The biosphere in Western Visayas. The biosphere includes all living organisms and their interactions with the atmosphere, hydrosphere, and lithosphere. In Western Visayas, it encompasses forests, marine habitats, agricultural lands, and urban ecosystems that sustain both human and wildlife populations. The major ecosystems. First is the forest ecosystems. The Northern Negros Natural Park and the Panay Mountain Range are areas contains some of the last remaining lowland and montane forest. These ecosystems are critical biodiversity hotspots, serving as vital habitats for numerous plant and animal species found nowhere else in the world or as endemic species. Next is the marine and coastal ecosystems. The region's extensive coastlines and islands, such as Guimaras and Aklan, features rich mangrove forests, vibrant coral reefs, and extensive seagrass beds. These environments are essential for sustaining local fisheries, providing food and livelihoods, and act as natural barriers that protect coastal communities from storm surges and erosion. The last one is the agricultural ecosystems. Dominating the fertile lowlands are vast agricultural landscapes, primarily consisting of rice fields, sugarcane plantations, and fruit farms. These modified ecosystems form the economic backbone of the region, providing the primary source of livelihood and food security for millions of residents. Biodiversity. The Western Visayas is a global hotspot for biodiversity, particularly for species found exclusively in the Visayan Island group. The region is a critical refuge for highly endangered endemic wildlife, including the Visayan spotted deer, Visayan warty pig, and Tarictic hornbill. This unique terrestrial biodiversity is complemented by rich marine ecosystems, featuring diverse coral species and robust fish populations, all of which are vital to our global conservation efforts and local fisheries. Human interactions. Human activities have a dual impact on Western Visayas biosphere. On one hand, unsustainable practices like urbanization, deforestation, and pollution have put significant pressure on natural habitats, leading to their degradation. On the other hand, a growing awareness of these issues has led to vital conservation efforts. These initiatives, which include the establishment of protected areas, reforestation programs, and marine sanctuaries, are crucial for restoring damaged ecosystems and promoting sustainable practices to ensure the long-term health of the region's environment. The environmental challenges. Western Visayas faces significant environmental threats that jeopardize its natural resources and communities. The primary challenges are deforestation, habitat loss, and various forms of pollution. These local pressures are intensified by the overarching effects of climate change, which manifest as more frequent and stronger typhoons and rising sea levels. Addressing these pressing issues requires the urgent implementation of stronger environmental policies and active community participation to build resilience and promote sustainable management of the region's resources. In conclusion, the lithosphere and biosphere of Western Visayas form the foundation of the region's natural wealth and cultural identity. The area's fertile lands, rich biodiversity, and active geological features demonstrate the interconnectedness of Earth's systems. However, these resources are under pressure from human activities and environmental change. Preserving the lithosphere and biosphere through sustainable management and community involvement is essential for ensuring that future generations continue to benefit from the natural beauty and resources of Western Visayas. The festivals in Western Visayas. First is the Ati-Atihan Festival in Aklan. It is held in Kalibo in every January. Participants paint their faces with black soot, pretending to be like an ati, in a 2 week celebration honoring the Santo Niño or Child Jesus. Next is the Binirayan Festival in Antique. It's a month-long commemoration every April honoring the historical arrival of 10 Bornean Adatos or chieftains who settled Panay Island, celebrating the region's rich Malay heritage. Sinadya Salharan in Capiz celebrated the first weekend of December in Rojas City to honor the Feast of the Immaculate Conception, featuring religious events and an offering or halaran of local produce. Next is the Kapistahan in Capiz, an annual provincial celebration held in April 12 to 15 to mark the province's Charter Day and showcase its culture and achievements. Next is the Diwal Harvest in Capiz, a seafood festival held every July to highlight the harvest of the Diwal, or angel wing clam, a famous local delicacy and industry. Next is the Bulantihan Festival in Guimaras, celebrated every January in Jordan to honor the town's major industries, fishing, farming, and the production of mangoes. Next is the Manggahan Festival in Guimaras. It is held in every May. This festival focuses specifically in promoting the province's world-renowned mango industry and agricultural success. Next is the Pagtaltal sa Balaan Bukid in Guimaras, a solemn Lenten presentation staged every Good Friday, where townspeople perform the Passion of Christ on a hillside in Jordan. Next is Bailuhay Festival in Iloilo, celebrated the third week of January. This festival echoes the town's distinctive mixture of culture and rich history, highlighting cultural exchange. And last is the Dinagyang Festival in Iloilo. It is held in the fourth Sunday of January. This major cultural event honors both the Santo Niño and commemorates the arrival of the early Malay settlers on Panay Island.